So this next one comes from Jameson. Hey, Guardians, I've been playing Destiny for a long time, found a lot of great friends and a lot of great times. I've also been enamored with how long the game has endured through its roller coaster ride of an existence. Why do you think it's endured, and how long do you think Destiny will be around? Thanks for taking my question. Big fan of Tower Casual since the highlight of my podcasting week. First off, thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate that. It's the highlight of Corey and I's week too. We say it every single time we sign off. Once the cameras are off, it's the highlight of our week. This is my favorite project that I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love just coming on talking about the game that I play all the time. This is my go-to. Even if I say hey, I'm taking a break. Me taking a break still means I'm probably going to log in at reset anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to doing it after like 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, Destiny is, it's the game. It's the game that we fall back on, right? It's what it is.
I mean, you say here that, you found a lot of great friends and a lot of great times. I mean, Corey and I met through a Destiny Facebook group back when Taken King came out.
Yeah.
Trying to solve the sleeper stimulant puzzle. That's how we've told this story so many times before. Like, that's how we met. That's how we became friends. And it's happened throughout the years. We'll party up, we'll run into each other, and we finally decided to do a show together.
Yeah.
But Nerd Generalist, Colonel Panic, Joe does a lot of stuff with us now. Joe and Nerd do a lot. My best friend from one of my best friends from high school, junior high, he and I grew up playing Halo together, and now, even though he's married with 2 kids, we still find time to play Destiny a couple times a week.
Mm-hmm.
We still find time to do it. That's something my girlfriend and I do together. She loves the universe. She plays a lot less now that she has a full-time gig as a nurse, but we played a ton of Destiny in the early years of our relationship during D1.
Mm-hmm.
We played a lot of Destiny 2 and a lot of Forsaken, especially together.
Mm-hmm.
She's raided with our groups before. We A1 Johnny, we met him and Max and Phil and like that whole group. Like there's so many groups of people I've been privileged to get a chance to meet and play with, and it had become a part of my overall gaming life. I don't just play Destiny with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to go on heists, to be a pirate, play Project Winter, Jackbox nights, things like that. Like that's part of this game, and that's something I've always loved about Bungie games is how it breeds community and it breeds family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
And they've been doing that. They've been doing that since Halo, pretty much Halo 2, honestly. Like
Halo 1, dude, LAN party night.
Yeah.
We were doing those when I was 11.
I mean, like the online community type stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, like your
was,
LAN parties for Halo 1 are just like
it was really the first major online console community. I feel like I can pretty comfortably say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason that first-person shooters are popular on consoles.
Yeah.
Was Halo and Halo 2. It's Bungie, and they've pioneered a new kind of game that we've talked about a lot before. No one else has really replicated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of why it continues to endure, though.
I mean, look how many games have tried, right? Like, I mean, the closest game that has done this probably is The Division, and it's not even close, right? I mean, you look at
Destiny still offers you, a lore experience. I feel, despite what some classes like Titans may see, a customization option. It's something they've really stepped up, but it's a game that continues to learn and evolve, and it does despite all the memes, it truly does listen to its community.
Mm-hmm.
You look at things like raids. That's still something like Destiny's done raids. Division has tried to do raids. They don't hold a candle to Destiny raids. Avengers is supposedly doing a raid. Like, I imagine Outriders will probably do one at some point.
Are they?
I have no idea. I'm guessing at this point.
Anthem said they were doing raids too, and look where that's
Anthem
at.
Look how Anthem turned out. When Vault of Glass came out, it was such a singularly unique experience. And I say this, like, I found a whole playgroup just from a random LFG post to do Vault of Glass a week after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who already cleared it taught me, my buddy Matt, and another friend of ours, Steven, how to do it. And Matt and I would go on to raid with those guys for like the next year and a half.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday we had a standing raid appointment. They eventually moved on to other games. We took a big break from Destiny, came back. They've never come back to Destiny. It's cool. We did so much year one stuff together, though. Vault, Crota, Prison of Elders. I'm pretty sure we did a run at Oryx with them. It's such a great community building experience. For every post you see on Reddit of, oh, I had a super rude LFG, God, I had such a shitty time, we were there for 12 hours and then I got kicked and people locked me out of getting my gear. For every post I see about that, I see about another 3 dozen that are like, this is the best community I've ever seen in an online game. This is a caring community that takes time to teach and shows you how to do encounters, who shows you how to get the loot, who will explain things to you. That is the enduring legacy of Destiny. The lore is phenomenal. The world building is great. The encounters, doing prophecy for the first time, not even knowing what it is and going in completely blind was amazing.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week, where like we ended on what our favorite, like our most memorable moment in Destiny was, and it's like, well, it's that standing raid night we had on Wednesday nights with my old clan was like, we're gonna raid. We're gonna take down orcs, and it took us a week and a half to get there, right? It did, but we got there. And when you saw orcs float away for the first time, and you take that screenshot of your fire team to post on whatever to show you,
everybody's doing the Carlton.
Yeah,
everyone's doing the Carlton.
Mm-hmm. That's man, that was something special.
It's still it's one of the most special games I've ever played. People can say whatever they want about the franchise. I think that's the enduring legacy of this game, though, is the friendships. It's a meme, but the friendships you make along the way, right?
It is.
You can have all the lore in the world, which I love. I have 3 lore books that sit on my desk.
I have 3 lore books that are on that bookcase behind me
that I look at constantly, when I'm trying to figure out, what stories do we want to tell, okay, what do I need to be able to reference in the current lore and things like that. Like, I have Ishtar Collective bookmarked on my computer. I have Destiny wallpaper. If you're watching this on video, I have a Titan shield and Engram lights behind me. Like, there's Destiny shit all over my apartment. Like, I love this franchise to the point where I'm an apologetic for the game. Even though I'm willing to take Bungie to task when they really fuck things up, like Trials, it's still like, no matter how mad I get at this game, I always kind of come back to it. It's my social game. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I've had a shitty day, or friends have gone through something, like, friends have lost jobs, they've lost loved ones. We've gotten through it by, taking out our rage in the Crucible, or failing continuously at a raid, just like popping a squat in the EDZ,
Yeah.
Like, literally pulling up a chair and popping it out and sitting there and, just hanging out, because it's our social game. It's our place to hang out there in the tower, things like that. And that's why it's gone on. I mean, as for how long is it going to be around? I mean, I kind of felt like we were probably going to end after Lightfall.
Yeah.
I felt like we might have gotten another set of seasons and that was going to be it. But now they're making it pretty clear, like, we're doing another expansion after that because we can't wrap the story. But then we're going to keep it going even beyond that. Like, this just ends the Light versus Darkness saga.
Yeah, it feels like
I can't wait.
It feels like whatever's after the Light and Dark saga is like, what? It's like the first time we're like, how do you do Destiny without the light and the dark? Like, what does a world look like without the Traveler, or without, you know what I mean? Like, what does it look like?
The possibilities are infinite, but as for how long this is going to go, I mean, with how Bungie did the restructuring, we talked about this. We talked about this for a couple of weeks now. We did the breakdown of it, then we did the state of the game with Nerd Generalist, and this is a franchise that clearly is here to stay. It is at the core of who Bungie is now, in a way that they didn't want to make Halo. They saw a finite ending with Halo. And to be fair, maybe we should have left it at that. With Destiny, though, they have deliberately expanded the universe to these gigantic proportions, but they keep coming back to everything that's in the lore. I mean, we're going back to things that were written in year 1.
Right?
Like, we're still dealing with the Books of Sorrow. Savathun was first mentioned in the Books of Sorrow in the Taken King. That was 6 years ago, guys.
I know. It's
by the time Witchwing comes out, it will be 6.5 years. That came out when I was just learning how to walk again. I had just graduated college, and I was basically living on a couch. And it's, I don't know, like, Destiny is, it's one of those rare games that, like, and I'm gonna get off my soapbox, I promise, because we're going late, but it truly is a game. Like, it changed my life. It's given me some of the best friendships I've ever had. It's given me some of the best gaming memories I've ever had, and I hope that I'm doing this still 5 years from now, 5-10 years from now. I hope I'm still playing it. Maybe not as religiously as I do now, but I hope that this is still a part of my regular repertoire, that I'm still keeping up with the lore. I'm reading the comics, or I'm watching, if there's a web series, I'm watching that, you know?
I mean, I hope
Riddick like is still doing this when he's like 70.
I mean, like, you know, unless one of us gets some sort of like dream job where we're not, allowed to do this, I hope we're doing this 3, 4, 5 years from now. You know what I mean?
hope so. I mean, this is before we end the franchise, somebody has to tell me what the fuck Xur actually is.
Snakeface.
That tentacle-faced fuck. I need to know what he is.
That apparently in real life live on one of the moons of Jupiter or something.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, it was like found. I was found on this moon, and like, I feel so bad every time NASA posts something like that, because it's always a ton of Bungie fans that come in with just the memes, and just like they were brigading him with pictures of Xur, and I'm like, oh no, now we have to explain what the 9 is, and people are just like, Bife, we need your help, tagging him, like linking to Bife's 4-hour history of the universe video from before Shadowkeep. Right. Probably still the best YouTube video I've ever watched.
Dude, I wish Bife's lore was like in a podcast feed so I could just listen to it all the time.
It's hard for me to pull up a YouTube video and be able to listen to it without wanting to watch it.
I mean, even if he has like a Patreon or something, I could pay him like $5 just a month just to listen to his lore.
ASMR lore readings.
Yeah. I still fall asleep to his lore readings, by the way, sometimes. I will throw YouTube on, fall asleep.
On that note,
Bife, you put me to sleep, thank you.
That's what he wants to hear.
He's got a great British announcer voice. It soothes me.
Corey, I think that wraps up.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else before we get out of here?
No, no, we don't have anything else. It's 10:42 Eastern time. I have to be up for work in 6 hours. So
we did 2 pretty long shows back to back.
We did. Yeah, if you're interested in listening to us talk about Bethesda and Xbox, you can check out the Standard Definition podcast feed. It'll be there, most likely. So
maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to edit this and get this up tonight.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's about wraps up. Josh, I'm very proud of this show. I keep looking at the stats and how they keeps going up, and out of all the podcasts that I do or produce or whatever, this is the one that keeps growing the fastest.
I love this. I think there's a shared love for this game out there amongst the fans, and it's just, I don't know, like you can never have too many opinions on a massive game like this, I think.
Yeah. And we
have the guys who don't know what they're doing in PvP.
Yeah. That's me. But I mean, look, even if our opinions are negative, it's because we are passionate about a game that we love, right? And there's no shortage of negative opinions over the years for this franchise. Let's be honest. But it's still going, it's still thriving. I hope I'm like in a nursing home someday playing this game on like my Xbox Series quadruple X